Okay, I'm gonna have a download below the video where you can try this Lora prompt batches. They will come with the HTML file. If you follow my cursor up here, it says one image Lora batcher, so we'll keep that in mind. And it'll also come with this Lora Training guide. This is kind of how I designed this, by using this type of method. Okay. So we'll get back over here. You can read that later. So when we come back over here, these prompts are just not randomly picked for no reason. Each one of these has a reason, and that text file explains it. But don't get intimidated by seeing a bunch of stuff. I'm gonna just show you how I use it. Really simple. Then we'll go over some of the other stuff later. Before I start out, when you start the page, it'll look like this, and it'll come in batches. Okay, we got the full body, half body, and headshots way down here. Okay, and half body and full body. And if you notice, they change directions. Okay, follow my cursor. Facing left, and I got another batch facing forward. Facing forward, then facing right, then facing right. Alright, now keep that in mind, alright, because we want to have a variety of selections. Even though that they may not face that direction, no biggie. As long as you ain't got too many of them facing the, going the wrong direction, you'll be alright. One or two or three, I mean, I wouldn't go any more than that. If you start coming into problems where it's not following these prompts, that's when you may want to do some changes. So without me blabbing on, I tell you what I like to do. So when you come in here, and if you want to go back to default, you can just press refresh here. So what I like to do is I like to come over here to this hint helper. This is what I like. It does a few things, and I'll put something in these boxes at the top, which will say beginning and say end. When we press this, and it says an analog photo of, now it put it in the beginning of each one of these three batches, for the full body, half body, and the headshots. We want to, if you ever change this, you want to keep this very short or it will mess up. You could put like a cinematic of, or something like that. Don't go crazy on this beginning. And this will always be at the end of your prompt when it says end. It'll be way to the end. So basically, with that said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the first batch of full bodies. So we got a total of 2, 4, and 6. So we want to make sure our clipboard is cleared out. On Windows 11, you'll hold the Windows key down on the bottom left of the keyboard and hold it down and press the V key. When we do this, I got stuff already in here. We're going to clear this out. So basically, I'm going to start. They need to be done in order too, else it'll mess up. And so if you start from the top and work your way to the bottom, you'll be fine. So I'm going to select copy. It's going to highlight and disappear. Then I'm going to press BG, copy, and I'm just going to work my way down until I get to the first batch here. Okay, I got all 6 of them copied. I want to go ahead and collapse this up so make sure I don't select it back again, because I'm needing to move on to the next set. So what I like to use is Hicksfield. They got Nano Banana. They got always a good deal on certain things. I got the unlimited certain plans. So okay, now here's probably one of the most important. You're going to be uploading an image, and here's when I found out the internet. Now this is very important. Okay, I like to keep it somewhat where the hands are visible and very close to the camera. Okay, we don't want her to chop off at the waist but have her way in the back. We want her close as we can. If you don't get the hands in there, that's fine, but get somewhere down in the waist. We want something pretty good here, and we want it to be a portrait size. Okay, because portraits, we're going to be doing full body, and they will fit a lot better than that will a landscape. So we'll come back over here, and it switched, so we're going to go back to Nano Banana. Now what I like to do, instead of dragging and trying to remove stuff, because sometimes in here it'll have text below and I won't see it, so what I like to do is just drag in here a little bit, and I like to press Control A. That means it selects everything in that box, and I'm sure it has. Then I'm going to hit the backspace. Okay, then that's going to delete everything out of that box. I'm going to press the Windows and V key, and I'm going to start with this top list. Okay, as you can see here, I got 1, 2, and 3. And if I scroll down a little bit more, I got 4, 5, and 6. So we're going to start with the top one. And I like to find out a good starting point. If we already got images up here where I can recognize where it's going to start at. And it's going to start about right here. And we're going to select here. And once we see one going, well, then we can go Control A, backspace. We're going to go ahead and go to the second one. And we're going to press the button to generate it. And we're going to go on to the third one. Okay, now we got 3. Now I got 3 more to go. So basically what I like to do, this is going to be a little tricky. Instead of like scrolling down and see mine, I can only see 3 in mine, and then I got to count down to number 4, and I move down. Well, I already know it shows 3 in each one, so if I just drag all the way down, they're the next 3. So this top one will be number 4. So what I'll do is go Control A. We'll scroll all the way to the bottom. Remember, the bottom one is 6, 5, then 4. This will be the 4th one. Control A, backspace. I may mess up, so we'll just go play it by ear. This one here is going to be number 5. And we know the last one for sure is going to be number 6. Control A, backspace, Control Windows V, and go all the way down to the bottom. Now, when you get all that done and you come back over here, what you're going to do is you're going to clear out your clipboard. So we're going to go Windows V key. As you can see, I have clear all here on the top right. If you scroll down, that disappears. So we will select clear all. Then we'll move on to our half body. Okay, so you go click, 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 and we'll clap that up. Then we'll repeat the same thing till we get down here. So we're going to repeat the same thing. I'm not going to do it, but I would basically go ahead and do all 6 of them here. Come back over here, clear out the clipboard. Then I would go on to the next step. Click, 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 and click down the line. Windows V key, and you can see I got all 6 here. Alright, you can collapse that or leave that alone. But you know it was the last one, so. And we're going to move on to the next step. So let's see, as you can see here, we've been doing full body. They do them in batches. If we look here, it says we got one. It's showing the feet here. It's going to the left, going to the left. I got 2 to the left, 2 to the middle, and to the right, full body. Okay, exactly what I wanted. Okay, I paused the video and I finished this up. I don't know if when I paused it if I messed something up or I did it when I was teaching you. But I came up with 17 images and I should have came up with 18. Alright, but now I have 18 of them. Now the important thing is we're going to start downloading. These need to be in order. You're going to move you're going to download these in order, and there's a reason why. If we press download and download and download and download, then you'll move down to the next step. And you'll follow all these till you get to the full 18. I'm going to stop there. Now let's just take a quick look at one of these right here. This one looks pretty good. Look how it even got the freckles in the chest area and on the arms and in the face. Flex usually doesn't do that. And like I said, you can just use one image to create all this. So if you have a picture of somebody that you only have one picture and you want to create a Lora a model for it, this is an easy way to do it. So once that's all done, they'll be in your download folder, and I already have them set up here. And you can see the full body right here is at the end, and the headshots at the beginning. We always want the headshot at the beginning. So if we right click this and we press sort by, and we'll sort by date. That's why I want to select them in order. See, now it shifted it. So if we do it again, now the full body's to the top, sort by date again. Now that's correct. That's how we want them in case we import these, and I'll explain that. So I'm going to control this one here, Control A, and I'm just going to rename it. We'll just call it image. Then it's going to give me all the images in order. As you can see here, when I load it up, let's say in Flux Gym, it's going to start training with number 1. Okay, we want the, let me see if I can, I'll make it kind of big. We want to start training close as possible so we can recognize the face. Okay, so it's going to be 2 lefts, 2 middles, then 2 rights. Okay, that's for the headshot. Then the half body is going to repeat the same thing. 2 lefts, 2 middles, 2 rights, and so on. So if we go down here and view large, if you want to know how many you got, when you rename them, you can do that. Or you can also, if you select all these and go to properties, it'll give you the information there. Now 18 is plenty enough. You can train them in Flux Gym or any kind of Lora training. Hicksfield's got one. It works pretty good, and you can upload them there. But let's say that you wanted a few more. Now here's a recommendation. The headshots, we got plenty of them. It's going to recognize that really easy. Okay, the body shots, I like to get a lot of hand shots in there. Okay, I do like to get a lot of hand shots. Alright, now the full body, we almost don't need any more of what we got, because full bodies, they start pulling away from the camera and the face gets small and you can't, and it won't pick up the features very good. So we keep that in mind. Now let's go ahead and unhide all this. Now if you wanted to add some more, I would want definitely just tell you, if you wanted to add some more, is to do the half body. Now since these are all going to be the same again, we'll just press shuffle once. And you'll see it says Alt key. That means these are the new sets. If you press shuffle again without the Alt there, that's basically what we started with. So we want to go here, then we'll select down the list. It's best to just, they're in sections, so we know there's going to be 6 of them. So we'll go copy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and then we'll be to our clipboard. Make sure that's all cleared out before you do all this. So this is a good way to you could add 6 more to it if you want to. 18's plenty. You can do whatever you want. And like I said, you can use the shuffle, and you can always look down here at these prompts. It will change. Okay, so that's going to be my new set. Alright, let's go with everything back at default. We'll press show all. Well, since show all won't do it all, we need to select all these back open, or if they're all closed up, you can just refresh the page right here. Okay, we got show all. It's going to show everything. Okay, we got copy. Okay, that's the one that's going to be the gray backgrounds. The BG means for background, and that's going to be for the ones that's got like palm trees in there. So we can show only copies. Let's say we only want to do gray backgrounds. Okay, these are all going to have somewhat of a different type of background. So let's see. As you can see here, I'll highlight it. A clean gray backdrop. And then you can see other ones that says gray. That's if you want to be Pacific, okay. And if we want to show BG only, these are going to be the lengthier ones, and these are going to be one with a background. So we'll switch back over here. And if, like I said, if you want to type anything special in here, let's say I don't know, let's put in well, my helper had right here, so you can just see it. Let's see. So if you want to change this maybe to cinematic, and I don't think I know how to spell that. And then it's going to put all the words in the front there. I don't know if that's correct spelling, but close enough. And if you want to delete these and maybe put 8K, whatever you prefer, then everything at the end is going to have 8K. Some of these you're not going to be able to see it until you scroll all the way down. Okay, very simple. And let's see here. And of course we went over shuffles. There's only two shots. When you shuffle, you only get two different prompts. It doesn't keep on giving you all multiple variations of the clothing and facials. You only get one or the other, so it's not like a bunch of them you get. So refresh the page, and like I said, I've tested on the default ones. Okay, on the shuffle I haven't tested it fully right now, but I know how I showed you. I tested it and I used it with Flux Gym, and it worked really good. And like I said, very important to get your first image correct, okay? Portrait size and everything. And you can see this lady here, she's got freckles on her stomach, on her arms, and then you can tell that let's see back here. And it also has it on the when using Nano Banana, as I showed you before. I'm just going to go ahead and just download one and just let you take a bigger look at it. We'll just do this one real quick. Let me go ahead and see if this is cleared out. Since I got everything moved out, I'll just download this and show you a big old screenshot of it. And we'll go full screen. And you can see it's down here in the chest, on the arms, the freckles, and that's a live picture right there, and it does a really good job. Like I said, the link's below the video. Try it. If I do any updates or find any bugs, keep an eye on it. I will post maybe a date that it got updated, but remember, it's gonna be below the video in the description and the YouTube channel. So make sure that if you don't see it, there's an option that says see more or something like that, or show more, and then you can download it. In Hicksfield, you can upload these images here to the character upload for the Soul ID. I'm not going to show you how to do it, but it's a sole ID character. And like if you're using like Flux Gym, I'm not going to go exactly how to do everything, but then you can load them up here. But make sure that when you do it, some of these may be hidden the way you're viewing this, so it might say a view, it might say by list. Then you can't kind of see what you're going on, so you have to switch around. So we're going to go sort by, let's go view by large icon. And like I said, it goes 1 through 18. And if you sort by date again, it does vice versa. So you want to get them in order. So 18 starting first, sort by date modified. And we'll just drag all to the top here and go down, and we're going to load them. I'm not going to go through all the settings, but you can see it starts at 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way to number 17. Alright, I'm going to go over a little brief overview here. I'll kind of explain it to you, how it kind of works. It's best to start with your heads first, okay? Long as your application doesn't have shuffle, because what shuffle does, it will pick out any image out of this, and it will start training in it. Some applications have a way to turn it off. Some of them are off on default. I don't believe the Flux Gym has shuffle on, so it should train them in order. I'm not 100% sure. So basically what you want to do is you want to train the closest thing first, so it can really recognize what it's training. So training the close-up of the face is a lot better than trying to train first with a full body, because the head's going to be kind of small, ain't going to be able to see the eyes real good. So it gradually increases, okay? So we got 2 to the left, 2 to the middle, and 2 to the right on the headshots. Then we go half body, 2 to the left, 2 to the middle, 2 to the right. Then we got the same with the full body. And we get all the way down here. That's the best way to train it. Why I train it in the batches of 3 is because, let me do a little drawing here so I can kind of show you. You may have to zoom in here to see this, but let's pretend this is a stop sign in the circle, and you are over here. Your character is here, okay, and you want it to train to come to end here, okay. So basically what's going to happen, if you don't have 3 images, what's going to happen is probably going to go from here to over here. Okay, let's say this is the bus stop. So it's always best to train with 3 images. You got your starting point, then where you're going to have like the second image, okay, then we got a third image. So now it knows, instead of going from here to here, it knows how to go from here to here. Okay, it makes it a whole lot better when you're training. Okay, I know that was with somebody walking towards you. This is basically the same setup this is, okay? And each one of them has a slight variation of clothing and facial expressions to change things up. We want to keep things somewhat similar, not too drastic, and I mean, you can experiment with it. So, and another thing, if you notice on a lot of my stuff, that the images got short sleeve, it's got tight fitting clothes. This is going to show the figure of the person. Okay, I do have a sweater, so let me go back over here. I'll just show you real quick. Okay, let's go back up here. That's what I'm saying right here. So as you can see, I got kind of a full figure right here. As you can see in the image here, it's showing a lot of her figure, okay? If we uploaded just a headshot, it's going to guess at her figure, okay? She may be skinnier than what she looks if we just did a headshot and uploaded it, but at least we got into something that's somewhat where we can see her figure pretty good. That's why I like to use, I like to show a little skin to see if it's got like hairs or freckles. I like tight fitting clothes, okay, nothing baggy. I did throw in a little curveball about a little bit of sweaters here, just to kind of give it, I don't know, just something to experiment with. But most of them are, you got some tight fitting clothes, probably needed maybe some short sleeves would work good on here. You can experiment with it, but it pretty much holds its figure, so I think that kind of sums up. And like I said, you could read the text file, and then it kind of explains, you know, exactly how this was designed to get made. It's in the Lora Training Guide, and I believe 9/15 of 2005. You may experience the download problem because my server gave me heads up that they're going to do some maintenance, so get it ahead of time. It also works for seedream 4.0. I created one right here. Let's go ahead and download that real quick and take a comparison look here. So click here to download it. This is seedreams here. That one don't look too bad. Alright, you can use that one, and here's the one. If you see when I hover over it, it says seedream, and here's one that says Nano banana, and you can kind of compare the two. So there's one here, Nano banana, and seedreams. You may have your preference of which one you like, and they're always updating, so keep an eye on any updates to see any changes. I kind of like Nano banana, but then again, this one don't look too bad. I actually think it looks fairly good, but just not as good as Nano banana.